meditation technique followed here involves touch, sense of the six senses. Two other senses are still active. They are ears and mind. Sight, smells, taste, not active. Can we use the ears as the basis for meditation? Will that give you insight? Oh yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Without a doubt. Amazing insight. In this meditation hall, sometimes it's quiet, but there's always something going on. We're being heated right now. Can you hear that? Shh, 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 shh. You can hear that all winter. During the summer, you can hear a cacophony of crickets and birds and bugs and all kinds of stuff going on. And here you'll have, we talk about noble silence, obviously. And noble silence is usually not only just our speech, but our body movements and all that stuff. But people still make noise in here. It's people accidentally, they drop things, and all of a sudden there's a sharp noise and all these kind of things. There's always noise around us. So being aware of these sounds can definitely bring you to insight. But it's not necessarily the awareness of the sounds per se, it's your reaction to the sounds. What do the sounds do when you hear a sharp sound, or when you hear somebody go in the meditation hall, and you're like, because why can't that person realize his breathing is really loud? What are these sounds doing to you? And I'll give you a personal experience I had here in this very hall. Years ago, there's a wonderful teacher, Ajahn Chah is his name. And one of my favorite quotes of his, it kind of sounds like a Zen koan. For years I kind of didn't understand what he was talking about. But he said, is the sound bothering you, or are you bothering the sound? And you think about that, you say, well, that's a load of rubbish. What the heck is he talking about? And I was in here, it was during a retreat, it was in the summer, and just 3 days in a row, constantly crickets, 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 crickets. And I'm trying to meditate. And all this aversion and this mental proliferation is just going, oh, these crickets, how can I can't meditate. And I was building up all this aversion, and I was allowing all these negative mind states to abide in me and circle around, all these narratives about what I'm going to do to the crickets, and I can't believe they're loud, and all these kind of things. And all of a sudden, that Ajahn Chah came to my mind, and I realized, holy crap, I'm bothering the sound. I'm going out to the sound with my aversion, and I'm hurting myself. And why am I doing that to myself? And since then, sound doesn't bother me much anymore. About, I'd say, 3 months ago, we had an Apostada day. Apostada day is when special days on new moons and full moons, when we come in and we meditate. We don't work, we just meditate. And I was in here and I was meditating, and there was people working on the roof. Bang, 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 bang. I didn't know they were going to do that on this day, because usually, you don't think that. So they're banging, banging, and I'm hearing them, and they're, kind of yelling back and forth and cursing, all this stuff. And I'm here, and I'm just meditating. And I realized in my mind, I had no aversion to that whatsoever. It was amazing. So wow. So you realize, you see in the practice by how things happen outside, how you internalize that. That's when you see how the practice has benefited you. Now I will say though that it didn't help me get concentration, because I didn't get concentration. I sat here for an hour and a half trying to. I didn't get concentration. But I didn't have ill will. So for me, that was a win. I was okay with that. So that's what, that is sound. Observe, when you hear, you can understand what sound is. Sound, light, all vibrations, all waves that are moving through the environment. And these waves are hitting your ear. And you can examine what that is like. How, does it hurt your ear? Does it agitate your mind? Doing that will help you. It will help you develop insight. So